You need to mix it up every now and then to enjoy MMOs properly. You may not be one of those players who can fully commit to a class through their entire time within a game and still be interested in that game.
Wait, that's illegal.
Sometimes, however, a simple class change is just the right fix. For me, I have enjoyed playing Warrior throughout A Realm Reborn, but now as I am ready to progress into Heavensward expansion, I think I need a new main job, or main class for those of you who don't know. And the job that I chose was the Dragoon. And here's what happened. So I have the idea of what job I was going to play when I first played Final Fantasy XIV, when I first tried it. And when I actually played it, I didn't really stick with the game. I didn't stick with the class, and that was my fault. I didn't give it the time that I felt it should deserve.
Wait a minute.
The second time I played Final Fantasy XIV, I went with the Marauder/Warrior. And have loved the job. Mainly, I loved it because of the giant swinging axe. However, I feel like I need a change. Given what has been hinted towards me, the Lancer/Dragoon seemed like the obvious option, but the questline was actually pretty hilarious. We start out in the Lancers Guild in Gridania. So Galactic has joined me on this venture, mainly to assist with this particular leg of the journey when I need to dungeon spam, which is going to be one of the fastest ways for me to level up. I accept the quest to show resolve in the face of danger, and funny enough, when I equip the spear, I am suddenly naked. Like no hesitation, all clothes thrown off. I click the recommended gear, and now I look like I'm going on an island vacation. Good glamour god save me. I go and start with the first couple of quests to kill some various wildlife and basically be pest control, and I hit level 5 after killing 5 mobs. This is a hell of a speed run already. I hop back to talk to Wayne with a Y, and he tells me I need to hammer out some of my fearlessness by killing some of the Yardzonians, which I would be very disappointed if they're not like a pirate or something. Galactic tells me that there is something called a hunting log, which is basically killing specific creatures, 3 of them, to get a mess of extra experience points. Literally, I kill 1 pack of animals and I get a whole level. It's actually kind of wild how fast this is. We summon the Yarzin, which is actually like a giant water spider thing, so of course all the disappointment sets in. So we fly around the rest of Gridania, basically murking every single living creature here because the hunting log tells us to, and I somehow get to level 10 in about 10 minutes of gameplay. This is pretty incredible. I mean, really, who needs speedrunning? We talk to Wayne with a Y again, and he tells us, "Ha! You're afraid now." No, not really, but thank you for asking. "Ha! Now you need to go and kill some more terrible creatures at this collapsed pillar." It was actually just a few clouds of bugs. Like, I have a spear, right? A sharp object at the end of a very long stick, and I'm supposed to attack a swarm of bugs with a spear? Like, the mechanics of this just don't make sense. How am I damaging this? Yoshi P, please. Well, we come back after fighting. There was a giant toad in there I didn't mention. We get back to Jillian, the guild receptionist, and she says, "Hey, you're cool, and with all the courage, you will grow." Then we get this cutscene of some skinny elf boy with a stick yelling out at Wayne with a Y. And so in walks Caffeinated Dad with his full-grown man dungaroos from his beach vacation. "Oi, bitch! I heard you been causing a ruckus." That was terrible. Well, he charges with his spear, and Caff Dad just stands there, ready to eat it, just saying, "Try me, bitch. I really wish you would. Make my day." Well, the evil elf walks off, and Wayne with a Y says, "Hey, he's just some guy you shouldn't be worried about." Wayne with a Y also brings up the next trial, and what I need to do is overcome multiple enemies at once, so I have to go to the Naked Rock. I finally got some upgraded gear, and I don't look like I'm homeless, and now you're gonna send me to the Naked Rock? Oh, I'm down.
But now you have my attention.
On our way, we swing by killing a bunch more of various creatures to get some levels. And I'm like level 15 before I even start the level 10 Lancer quest. And then the level 10 Lancer quest is just, I have to kill some raptors. I guess they are raptors, but ooh, I'm a master Lancer because I wasn't afraid of these dinosaurs that time forgot. Okay, never mind, that's kind of scary. Well, in walks Falgus, but I don't like him, so he's going to be called Foogly here moving forward. And he's the angry elf boy from the Lancers Guild. Honestly, he just needs to be popped in the face once or twice, his smug little Anyway. I went to the Naked Rock to get the Stone of Courage, but Foogly Boy took the stone and then hid it in a demon hold. Cool. Not like I needed that at all. And he did it because he believes that we can be a similar Lancer to him, and resolve and patience and all that stuff is not the right way. He's basically trying to corrupt me. This is very much like a Sith Lord saying, like, come to the dark side. We have cookies. I mean, but the Foogly boy here really actually just pisses me off. He's one of those guys who wears really tight clothes and then bitches about honor. Okay, Prince Zuko, simmer down. Well, I run around and find the Stone of Courage, and I take it back to Wayne with a Y, and he asks what happened, so I tell him, and Wayne with a Y just says that he's an angry Keebler elf, and not to worry about him. But literally the next quest that I have has me going to deal with him. So I put on my Robotnik goggles, and here we go. Wayne with a Y says that a hot-headed Lancer challenged Foogly Boy to a duel, and now I have to go and stop them because Wayne with a Y can't leave his post. Like, don't you have a second in command? Like a Lance Little to your Lance Lot kind of thing? Well, I meet up with Foogly, and he's basically taken the young Lancer down without a sweat. He says that he'll let the Lancer go if I take down a challenge for him. Like, dude, stop making me kill every single moving creature in this entire world just to, like, oh, prove that I can take down a challenge. I've single-handedly changed the ecosystem with my spear. Please stop. Well, I sprinkle some of his mystery liquid all over the tree, and now pops an angry tree ent, and it literally dies incredibly quickly. Again, I have a sharp stick with a point on it, and somehow I take down a red oak. Like, that doesn't make sense. Well, he then comes back and says, that was just a warm-up. Now let's go take on a pack of wolves. And I'm literally getting sick of this dude's face. Well, we charge this pack of wolves and start murking each and every one of them. But there are like 10 of them, and only my skinny britched character with 2 abilities to take all these guys on. And then he says it's too easy, so he sprays blinding potion onto us to make it that much more difficult. Seriously, I really hate this skinny asshat. We kill all the wolves, and then he makes his bid to join his dark side and train with him, and not with Wayne with Y. CD just gives the angry head shake and say, nah, B, not today. Back at the Lancers Guild, Wayne with a Y says, don't worry about him, keep your composure, and don't focus on the skinny elf man who keeps appearing. Well, I'm not quite level 20, so I have to do some dungeon roulettes with Galactic now so that I can level appropriately. I also get a new coat that makes it look like I have a pretty pink dress on. Nice. We finished Tamtara Deepcroft fairly quickly thanks to Galactic tanking, and now I'm level 21. I finished 1 roulette and got 5 levels. Hot damn, this is some quick experience. Well, my next challenge is to take down 3 sparring partners in succession. Well, I hopefully just knock them out, but I go through them like hitting the toilet after a bowl of chili. Sure, I think they are just sleeping. Foogly shows up again and challenges Wayne with a Y, but Wayne with a Y says piss off, and then accepts the wager by Foogly by assigning me to fight in his stead. Like, dude, I'm the one who's deciding whether or not the Lancers Guild will stay or not. Like, it's on me. I was wearing a dress 10 minutes ago, and you trust me? Well, Wayne with a Y says it's time to fight some boars. And we go and kill a bunch of these boars and gather their tusks to taunt out the big angry boar. But good God, look at how massive this effer is. He is a big hunker, like extra thick bacon, a true porker, a raging rooter, a bombastic boar. You get the point. He's big as F. Damn, boy, he's thick! Well, we fight basically all creatures of the forest that he summons, and Caffeinated Dad easily stays above 90% health the whole time, like no problem. Well, we get the cutscene where Foogly charges and slices the boar a bunch, but it deals no damage, so the pig does a bacon blast, and Foogly goes launching into the field. CD stands in between him and Foogly to stop the charge. Wayne with Y shows up and says, easy my dude, go play in some mud. Foogly boy gets pissed because he was scared and ran away. CDG just gives the nod of approval to Wayne with a Y. Back at the Lancers Guild, Wayne with a Y says, you did good, kid. You didn't show any fear. I was like, ciao, bro, no worries. Well, I'm only level 22, so I need to get to level 25. So that means a roulette, boy. We get Hot Tamale and we cruise through, but now I have 3 abilities. Nice. We finish the dungeon in about like 10 minutes, and then we go back to Wayne for the level 25 quest. All in all, this questline thus far for the Lancer has been pretty interesting, mainly following around Falgus and his whiny attention-seeking attitudes. But now I know that eventually we are going to have to fight him. We have to. I mean, it's building up to that, but it is interesting to see how things progress from the start. I don't actually remember the skinny elf from the first time that I played Lancer those couple of years ago, but Honestly, I'm liking the playstyle of the Lancer. Basically, stab, 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 cool stab, extra fancy stab, and high-end gameplay. The next episode will be me unlocking the Dragoon and evolving into the high-jumping, catapulting Chad that I desperately need to be. Just as a note, I stream Final Fantasy XIV Mondays and Fridays at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube, so you can catch me live there. If you want to see about how Final Fantasy XIV brought me back to loving MMOs, click this video here. Otherwise, stay caffeinated, folks.